Okay, today we're going to take up the words a little. Okay, we need to tell you how to use few and how to use little. They're not interchangeable, meaning you can't use them, just different ways of saying the same thing. Okay? Now, a few is used with count nouns. Now, what are count nouns? Oh, count nouns are those things which you can count. Like, for example, cars. You can count cars. 1 car, 2 cars, 3 cars. Okay? So this guy, we asked him, this guy owns these cars. Maybe he owns this whole lot here. How many cars are there? And he said, no, there are just a few. Well, why did he say a few? Yesterday I had 100 cars. Today I only got 3. So I only have few. Okay. So when we take a look at this word just means only. There are only a few cars. Okay, you got that? Well, let's move on. Now we're going to deal with bananas. You can count bananas. 1 banana, 2 bananas, 3 bananas. Okay? So, this person says to her, there are a few bananas on the table. Yesterday I had many bananas. A whole bunch of bananas. 100 bananas. Now I only have 3. So there are a few bananas. A few bananas. Now let's go down and take a look at this girl here. Looks really sad. Let me see. A long face. Long face means a sad face. She's sitting there looking very unhappy. Why? She's sad because she has very few friends. Hey, we can count friends. 1 friend, 2 friends, 3 friends. Okay? She doesn't have few. She would imagine that it'd be nice to have 10 or 20 friends, but she's only got 1 or 2. And so compared to what she would imagine having, she has few friends. Now we have a meeting here, there's no doubt. The meeting looks a little crooked, but that's neither here nor there. That's the photographer. Undoubtedly she has a meeting here. She's got 3 people. And, well, let's see what this is all about. Few people were at the meeting. She expected 20, but only 3 came. There you go. She expected 20. 20 is a bigger number than 3. So she figures she has only very few people who came to the meeting. Now we're dealing with the other word, little. You would think that few and little are the same, but they're not. They're not. Because little is used with non-count nouns, and those are things you can't count. For example, this guy's painting. He's got paint. Well, paint is a pretty general word. It could be almost anything. Red paint, white paint, blue paint, plastic paint, lead paint. So it's a number for a general group of things, and so we can't count it, but we can indicate the quantity, right? He dropped a little paint on his wife's head. Boom, there it is. He's in for trouble. I'll tell you. A little paint. Now there's another way to say that, a little bit. Okay? A bit also indicates a quantity. In other words, this is a bit of paint. This is a bit of paint, meaning it's a quantity, and it's a little bit of paint, which is also a quantity, but you put them together, and it's a little bit of paint. Okay? She doesn't think so, but he does. Here we have snow, that white stuff on the ground. And it's very cold, dead white. And we say there's a little snow on the road and on the ground. Meaning it's not a huge quantity. I mean, you can still see parts of the ground and parts of the road, so it's really very little in comparison to, so thick you can't even drive your car in it, okay? So this in comparison is little. Now we got this guy here. What is he doing? He's sleeping. How do we know he's sleeping? Well, he's got his head on the desk. But in cartoons, there's a Z over his head like that. Usually indicates that someone is sleeping. So he's sleeping. Okay? He didn't get much sleep. He got very little sleep last night. Okay, that's a quantity. Okay, it's kind of hard to measure quantity. Say you got 1 hour of sleep. We expect you 8 hours. So that's a little sleep. And we come down to this lady here, and she's reading a newspaper, and let's guess that she's trying to find information. Trying to find a job, maybe? Or she's reading the news and getting information. So we have a question. Did she find what she was looking for in the newspaper? No. She said no. There was very little information. Little information. You can't count from information, can you? So it's a quantity. It indicates a little information.